I am tweeting right now that I'm going live. Twitch.tv, Black Girl Bites 1. I don't feel like anyone's gonna be here, but I told myself I was gonna stream more in 2023. I had to think, I was about to say it was 2021 right now, but I was like, I'm gonna stream more in 2023, get more comfortable with coding on camera in general, and just also showing what I do in my day-to-day as a developer advocate, because I think sometimes it can be like uncertain of what happens. But now I'm answering a DM real quick. Hey, who's here? What's up? What's poppin'? I am going to, so I'm starting to maintain project, and let me just share my screen and open that project up because I want to review the code for it. Open contributions. Oh, about to share my screen. Basically, me and Josh Goldberg, we started this project called Open Contributions Project. And the intention is to kind of convince both like corporations to like support open source projects, whether it be in like the form of sponsorship, like money or time. So right now we're at the early beginning stages of building this out. I haven't put in as much time as I thought to doing stuff in this project. And Josh has been really helping. He made a markdown project or a markdown page so far, and I got to do a couple bit more things. So he told me to review his code. I think I just wanted to review it because I haven't really gotten to code that much as a developer advocate. I haven't gotten to do like non-demo projects. A lot of my projects are pretty small and simple, and I haven't really gotten to like be in a code base and do what I was doing back in the day. So trying to get back into that. See, like I didn't even know that there's a file called cspell.json. Okay, cool. I guess this is like all the words that could be like flagged as misspellings. But let's see. So it looks like he's adding a markdown file, and this is like the configuration in Next for markup. I don't even know. I'm gonna look it up because, like I said, I've not done much of this in a long time. Y'all, how is 2023 going for you? I feel like it's not as I haven't gone in as motivated as I usually am. Like usually I'm like, I got these many goals and I'm ready to start the new year. And this time I'm like, it is what it is. I think because like now my goals are a little bit less, what is the word? They're less career based. And I think I'm kind of just more like, I kind of just want to relax. Okay, so what is this next config MJS thingy? I have never done it. What is it? Maybe this conversation will talk about it? Or what does .mjs stand for? That might help. Okay. Okay, so it's an ECMAScript module. Okay. File. Okay. Cool. Versus the CJS. Okay. Got that. Let me see. So what did he add in here? With MDX extension. The page extensions. Okay, that was supported. He installed the packages for it. I probably should open this up in actual. I might. This is CSS for it. I'm like first quickly looking if I see anything that's popping out to me that looks crazy. An open contribution project is an effort to describe and quantify corporate contributions to open source. Our goal is to empower employees. Yeah, because basically right now there are individuals sponsoring open source, but then you have these companies with money. And like, okay, the big tech companies such as like Google and stuff like that, they're supporting open source. But now we need to get to like the mid-sized companies. Like the smaller companies, they might not have that much, but the ones that are doing like pretty well, but they're not like FANG, we need to get to them to figure out how can they support open source as open source is supporting them. We know donating time and money to open source is the correct thing to do, but financial decision makers only act when motivated to. Yep. Honestly, this doesn't look like too much to review because it's mostly just text from Markdown. I'm going to open this up in a code editor just so I can see it better. Oh, wait a minute. I am not on my actual, I'm not on the right account. I have two accounts. GitHub.com. Yeah, this is my test account. Let me try. I'm going to stop sharing and then do a different account. Let's see. I want to review this as not my test account, as myself. Okay, we pulling it up now. Let me actually press share on this bad boy. Oh, hey, Jen. What's going on? I'm like essentially talking to myself. What is it? I'm just going to share my whole screen. So, sorry. I'll be around. Didn't realize I didn't follow this account. Thanks. That's okay. Like I don't really stream on this account that often. I usually just stream on the GitHub account. All right. So I'm just reviewing some code. So he made that change. What other change did he make? And how do I see this in that view? Oh, it only opens one at a time. I hate that. So let's look at his PR checklist. It says addresses an existing issue, The issue is marked as accepting PRs. Oh, cool. I didn't know he had that. We're taking adds MD and MDX. Okay. Cool. I'm like, oh, there's conflicts. Ugh. Do I resolve it or do I just tell him that there's conflicts? I think, let me see what the conflicts are. Okay. I'll say approved, but make sure that you resolve the conflicts first. Because I don't think there was anything technically crazy going on here. This looks great to me. The UI is pretty basic. Hey, this looks great to me. The only thing that I would say is make sure that you can quickly is to quickly resolve those merge conflicts. Quickly sounds mean. Don't forget to resolve those merge conflicts. Don't forget to resolve. That sounds better, right? And I'm going to go ahead and do approve just merge conflicts in package.json need to be checked out. Submit review. No, he said he wanted that. Okay, and then I'm not even sure about like how those updated dependency things work. This is something I might have to ask him about because I don't know anything about this. I guess it like periodically checks to see if dependencies are failing. I don't know. Oh, hey, what's up? Josh and I were streaming earlier. Full circle. Aw, nice to meet you, Josh. Or maybe I have met you before and I didn't know. But hello, thanks for tuning in. I'm just reviewing some code and then I think I'm going to either create a blog post or create a slide deck. I need to do one or the other. But this is my open source project that I started recently and with Josh, and basically it's to help projects or help convince companies to contribute to open source. All right, so we did the logo. I think I'm supposed to add like how people can assign themselves to yeah, I can do this. I'm gonna assign myself by doing .take. Let's see it work. Should work. I implemented a GitHub action that every time you type, or it's a GitHub action that B. Dougie made. It's not mine, but I'm using it. And basically, anytime you type .take in an issue, it'll assign the issue to yourself. So it worked. Cool. All right. So let me see where I would add that in our contributing guidelines. And I want to do it in a way that doesn't, that looks professional. I hope I'm able to. Oh, that's dope. I haven't touched GitHub Actions yet. Yeah, I'm meaning to write a blog post on it. They can seem a little scary, but they're not that bad. The to-do group, I'm part of it, I believe. Or no, I'm not part of the to-do group, but I'm part of the Slack. And Ashley Wolf, who works at my job, she is part of it. Yeah. I think so they're about like and that's kind of what, to me, sometimes when we come up with the problem question, I want to bring this up to Josh, and I've tried to, but I'm not sure if I'm like doing it in the right way of like, oh, how can companies better support projects? I think one of the main answers is they need to get an OSPO or open source program office. It's just like not every company has one. So I don't know if the solution is convincing them to get an OSPO or not. And they have like a lot of good resources. I just found out about them when they stream. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, and they have some really good guides here. Well, webinar. I guess that's like a stream, yeah. Yeah, I think they have like some really good like suggestions in this guide and stuff like that. And I think every company needs an OSPO, or it will make it easier for them to support open source projects. But I don't think they know why they need to do that. And I don't know, like, yeah, there's some synergy between like where this project is going and where this project is. But I'm about to add to the contributing guidelines. Where is that thing? Not me, not even knowing my own project. I think it might be in the .github repo. Yeah. No. Okay. I'm just going to go back to the issue and then find out where it's linked to because wait, it says it's in there. Why don't I see it? .github. This is just the README. Am I lost? Let's see. Contributing. Okay. Where did this file come from? All right, you know what I'm about to do? Oh. Yeah, that was my bad. Here it is. Anyways, so I'm not focused clearly, but let's add in that they can use the .take action. I think I would say to assign a ticket to yourself. So let's see. Sending contributions, finding an issue, sending a pull request. If you'd like, okay, let's see. Finding an issue. With the exception of very small typos, all changes on this repository generally need to correspond with accepting PRs. If this is your first time, consider searching for an unassigned good first issue. If the issue you'd like to fix isn't found on the issue, okay, cool. And then maybe I'll say assigning an issue. See if he's okay with that. And then I can say to get started, or once you found an issue that you want to work on, if no, once you find an unassigned issue that you want to work on, or you'd like to work on, you can self-assign the issue by commenting .take the issue. This will trigger an automated GitHub action to run and assign you to the issue. After that, subsequently, you can get started on the task. I don't know. See the image below for an example. So I wonder how B. Dougie describes this, because it might make more sense. Or he might have a better way of wording this perspective. No, not really. See the image below for an example of what this should look like. Okay. Let's see. Jen, how's your day going, if you're even still here? And how's the job search? I bet it's crazy. And tech is really going crazy right now. Oh, wait, you're still here. I can't believe Google laid off all those people. I will take a picture of what it looked like for me to self-assign an issue to myself. And let's see. Maybe I should say if successful, this such and such would happen. If successful, you will receive a comment. An automated comment. Let me see. Job search isn't awesome, but overall staying cherry. It's helpful though when people are streaming what you're streaming so I can learn about it while I'm working on my projects. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I'm glad you're staying like positive and cheerful. That part's really, really important. Sorry it's been hard. I don't even know like what jobs like like you are definitely like qualified for all of them, but I don't even know what jobs are out there and who's hiring. It's a tough world out here, and like the requirements are starting to get crazy. It's like you need to have 5 years of everything, and I'm like, that's not even fair. If successful, you'll receive an automated comment that says, thanks for taking this on. Okay, and then let's put this image in there. I wonder if you can copy and paste inside of this. I hope my stream is helpful. I don't really know. I'm kind of like doing this to make sure I get my work done. I wish it was more selfless. Yeah, I don't know. The job search world is wickety whack. Let's see. If I copy this and paste it in there. What window did I have open? Hopefully, y'all are not seeing anything crazy on here. Maybe it was this? No. Here, this was it. Okay. Nope, that did not work. What I could do is just upload it in here. Like drag it. So, what I'm gonna do is this, put this right there, and then, I thought I did it. There we go. And then, I think I can drag it in like this. Or, I'm about to do something else. What I want to do instead actually is if I paste this into GitHub, it uploads it, and then I'll just paste it in like this and say, what's the description here? Image of GitHub user my Hey GitHub thing just listened to me. Rizal using the take action, or Rizal commenting take and receiving a comment that says thanks for taking this issue. Or that recognizes, that acknowledges. A confirmation that the issue has been assigned. Let me see. How's your day going? It's going good. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, you probably left. But hello. I've debated that too because I realize I'm bad at doing this stuff if I'm not streaming. I get bored working alone. Yeah, me too. But then it's like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm bored working alone, so I'm gonna stream. But then sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna stream because I'm tired. Hey, Will, what's up? I'm I'm not doing anything exciting. How are you? Let me make a new branch. Ever since I figured out about this, I don't really be using the command line to make a branch. You're wonderful. That's good. What am I going to call this branch? Probably this. Add mention of take action to contributing guide. Add mention of add take action. Mention. Ooh, Florida. I did not come from a vacation. I'm kind of jealous. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm kind of like, just like general, like okay. Let's see. And I should use conventional commits, right? What do you do for documentation and conventional commits? Do you say docs? Let me see if he's done any. I don't know. Conventional commits for documentation. Yeah, I wish I came back from freaking Florida. I mean, it's not really snowing too much. I think it's snowing right now, but it's like the type of snow that melts. But I'm chilling. Okay, so docs is a thing. Let's see. So I'm gonna call it, and let's see how he has it here. Docs, cool. Added mention of take action to contributing guidelines. I'm gonna go ahead and commit and push that. Good, chilling is good. Yeah, I'm like, nothing crazy's happening, but nothing bad's happening either. All right, so I did that. I'm gonna open a pull request. Open up. Cool. And then let's see. This fixes, what's the number? 50. Check. This issue is marked as accepting PRs. Yeah, sure. Steps in. Yeah, sure. I don't even think I followed them, but I'm gonna assume I did. Overview, description of what happened and how the code changes that. Perfect. I added I described how to use the take action in our contributing guidelines so that incoming contributors can make their first contribution. No, can assign themselves the issue. Yeah. I should preview. Well, let me just create the pull request. And then I kind of want to know what it looks like once it's merged. But I'm also kind of lazy. And I'll skip that. What are y'all working on? Any cool projects, whether it's tech related or not tech related? Oh shoot, this already failed? Ugh, he's gonna hate me. I do not. Alright, I'm just gonna open this up and GitHub repo clone. I've been lazy and I've just been like not opening it up in like actual Visual Studio Code or code spaces and just hoping it works. I'm mostly working on my portfolio website. Ooh, nice. That's always fun. Oh, Janice too. Anyone else have it where you realize you haven't eaten, but you don't want to go eat because you know? Yeah, I legit. Oh, this is so small for you guys too. I just realized I legit don't be not like I don't be eating, but sometimes. Well, my food's right here. But sometimes I be skipping my eating because I get distracted really easily. So I to like not get distracted, I try to like over focus, which is bad. But I think I typed that all wrong. Hmm. What's y'all portfolios looking like? What's the idea? I haven't made a portfolio. Well, the portfolio I made was so ugly when I was in when I was looking for a job. I was like, what am I doing? Let's see. Or I'm gonna CD back. But like I tried. I had like little moving things. There was like a little cartoon character that you can move left and right and all that. Ooh, I'm gonna just go to your I'm just gonna go to your thing and forget about this for a little bit. So, and you got it on Vercel. Look at you. Teach Gen Vercel.app. I'm trying to use this opportunity to learn Next.js, but it's going to be a simple portfolio website for me. I think the simpler the better. This is cute. Okay. This is nice. Look at this. And Jen just started learning to code, and now look at all what you've done. This is so awesome. Nice. It's still the first draft. I haven't gone in to update suggestions. Gotcha. I'm learning Next.js too to some extent. Like I made this Next.js app. Ooh, I guess you guys just saw like some secrets, but we'll ignore that. And the thing that I didn't really realize is how Next.js handles like API calls and like backend stuff. So for example, right, I have my environment variable with like I have my .m file with like all my environment variables, and I was like struggling. I was like, how do you get the values from here without exposing them to the front end? But turns out, right, that like you use them in like let's say this API handler, right? And or this function, right? And then after that, and I guess you're seeing it, but whatever. They're just like test ones. After that, you make a call on the front end, and you probably already know this, but I didn't know this. You make a call on the front end to the back end, and then like that's how you get the values and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. I eventually want to check out Next.js versus Nuxt. I've never used Nuxt yet. Because I think Nuxt is like Vue, and I haven't used Vue because when I look at it, I'm like, what is this saying? I'm a React girl till I die. I probably should try out Vue, but it just it doesn't speak to me. Astro's my friend too. I love Astro. You haven't used Vue, yeah. Vue Nation is next week. Oh, you're MCing? Okay. You know what? I did see you say that. Vue.js Nation. Wow, look at you, Jen. And not saying I have anything against Vue. It's just like the language doesn't look like something I'm excited to write. But maybe it will if I actually like tapped into it. Wow. And the call for papers is still open even though it's like next week. That's okay. That Jen, that's a flex. You're like, I haven't used I haven't used it before, but I'm gonna be MCing. I wonder what the talks are gonna be. I'll definitely check it out. View what to expect in 2023. Maybe I'll check it out and maybe this will make me be like, you know what? I like it. I think I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on in it. So I don't know. The future is global. This is so cool. And Jessica, she's really smart. Nice. Okay, Jen, I see you. The CFPs are still open because they run for 4 or so events per year. Oh, gotcha. So you'd be applying for like a future event. Because I was about to say, I was like, they're running close. View equals view. I know, right? I think maybe it was like a play on words. It's cool. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I made the tests were failing, right? So I needed to figure out why. Yeah, that's what happens. Do-do-do. That's so cool though. I've never emceed a conference. So that's like a life goal. Let me check out my branch. Check out. Because I'm like, let me fix this. Because Josh is going to be like, girl, your test is always failing. I just don't know what Prettier is looking for. I'm not used to this environment. Add take action mention to contributing guide. Okay. Have y'all ever used Fig? I love it because you just start typing your command, like whatever you're going to write, and then it auto completes it for you. It's so good. Okay, let's see if PNP is installed. I feel like I spelled it right. PNPM. Okay. Dash V. Mm-mm. Is there PNPM test? What I want to do is figure out why those things are failing and run it. I think it's this. Oop. What node do I have? It says I currently have V16 and I need. Do I have NVM installed? Okay, we're starting from scratch. First, I gotta get NVM so I could switch. NVM. Oh, let's see. I gave my first conference talk last week. I find emceeing fun where talks are harder because they're not improv. Keynote is one day my goal. It's so dope that you've done that. Thank you. I think I will like talks better than I don't know because like I don't know if I'm ready to be freestyle style and an improv and like oh no. I'm like I like when I practiced what I was gonna say. I know what I'm gonna say and how to say it. don't even know if I want to do this right now. Gosh, but let's keep going because I really wanted to build my slide deck. Oh, okay. So where do I do the Z shell part? If you're using Z shell, that would be the installation automatically adds the MVM configuration to your profile. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it myself because it didn't do it. Yeah, I'm not for the improv because who knows what I'm gonna say. I might say something that I don't need to be saying. Let's see, source. That's when I get nervous. I'm like, the keynote wasn't that bad because I mean it was bad, like scary, but like I got to practice a million times. Like I knew what was gonna happen. NVM's installed. Okay. Oh, it's kind of like small for y'all. Can't even see it. Oh, and I just made it smaller. I gave my. Oh, you just said. I just read the same thing you just said a second ago. I'm the opposite. The more I practice, the worse I get trying to remember what to do, and I freeze. My last interview, I did that. Oh no! I used to be like that, but now I'm more like I practice it, so I generally know what I'm gonna do. I don't have to like do the exact thing. Like it's more like I freestyle slash I have an idea of the direction I'm going in. Because before I used to be like, dang it, I messed up the word, and I actually did that in the keynote. I said sorry because I made a mistake, but I guess nobody noticed, or not a lot of people noticed. Some people did. But for your interview, that sucks. Oh no, interviewing's hard. Like it's hard. Okay, so I want to install nvm install 18. Was that the version they wanted me to have? Bruh, I don't even know. I think I'm in the wrong thing. That's why. But y'all wanted me to install blah blah blah. Yeah, let's try 18.0. nvm install 18.0. Huh? How is it in this one but not the other? There we go. I'm the same with tech interviews. Okay. Do y'all have any questions about like advice for tech interviews? Because I think I'm okay at tech interviews. They be hard, but I'm okay at it. I think the hardest, well, yeah, Jen, are you freezing in like the behavioral part or like the tech part? Because maybe y'all don't even want advice, but just curious. Tech part. Yeah. Sometimes I'd be distracting them with other things. Like I'd be like, I don't really know that part, but I do know this. Once I get past the leak code grind, I would need to practice more system design stuff. Yeah, I get that. Dang. So, yeah, system design, that part can be hard too. I think it's unfair that we have to do so much leak code and system design because on the day to day, like leak code is not necessarily what we're doing. Maybe the system design part is a little bit more relevant, but everything else, I don't think so. And I also think it doesn't seem too relevant as a developer advocate because I'm assuming that's what Jen's um or any type of developer relations. I'm assuming that's what Jen's applying for. Like, why are they making her do tech interviews? So it got prettier with like a warning sign. Like, what are you trying to say? What's broken? Cannot find module prettier. I should have music in the background. I forgot to do that today. When I had a Web3 interview, they asked me to explain some code on the spot, and I was like, it does things. Yeah, I get that. I like the explain code one. I don't like when I have to write the code. I've never done a Web3 interview. I don't know a thing about Web3, and I don't know if it's like within my interest. I'm low key over this part, and I want to just build my slide deck prettier. What are you doing? Yeah, I get that. I think, it's like sometimes if you see code that you're like not familiar with, you can ask them to let you take a step back and like think for a little bit, because I think sometimes in the moment your brain's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Kind of like that SpongeBob episode where like he looks in his brain and then it's like all of them just running across like an office and looking for files or whatever, and he's like, I forgot my name. I think if you like be like, oh, can you give me like a couple minutes like of silence to look at it and try to think of, be like, okay, so I don't exactly know what this is, but it reminds me of like when I've seen such and such before, so perhaps it's doing like a for loop or doing this or that. I don't know, but I don't think it makes sense if you're doing DevRel to have like a heavily technical interview. It depends on how much they want you to be doing. Yeah, let's do a slide deck. I wanted to be ready for this, but I don't want to do this or no. Okay. Canva, and let's bang this out. First thing I gotta do is look for what template I want to use. Sorry, y'all had to sit through that boringness. So the talk that I'm doing, y'all, is for, what is it called? CNCF? Let me look it up again. The DevOps thingy. Don't remember what, but it's about code spaces. So let's see. Code spaces for DevOps. Let me put DevOps. Blah, blah, blah. And I will filter for myself. There we go. Conf 42. And I plan to do a talk called like, why are people developing in containers? How Codespaces takes containerization to the next level. So first, I'm going to try to find a slide deck template that gives me those vibes. Kind of creepy. I was just about to Google what Codespaces are on GitHub. Oh, I could tell you at a very simple level, Codespaces is just Visual Studio Code in your browser. It's like, this wasn't possible before to like code in your browser really, But now you can go to your repository, and instead of like cloning the repo and putting it in Visual Studio Code like I have here, you can just go to code spaces, create code space on main, and it'll open up all your code for you. It does some other like a little bit more complicated things, but nothing crazy. What else does it do for you? Once you see the files, you can set it up where all like your npm packages and everything install right away. One big issue that like happens as a software engineer at a new company is you spend like a whole day, sometimes even a week, just setting up your environment and installing all the things you'll need for you to be able to code and contribute to the code base at your company. But with code spaces, what we're saying is like you can use like a dev container .json or a Docker file and all these other toolings to like have all that stuff like pre-install for the person. So all they got to do is like click on the code spaces button. Everything's ready to go. They don't got to spend even more than a day installing all the stuff they need because it just runs automatically. Do your extensions carry over from VS Code to code spaces? Yes, if you're signed in. So you have something, so like you can be signed into your account here, and you have something called settings sync, turn on settings sync, and that's where you can say like, oh, I want to have the same command palette, I want to have the same like everything else. For example, once this finishes loading, it's still loading up, but we'll be able to see that I use the same like VS Code theme here as I do here. It's just like still loading. And I think that's like one of our biggest issues with code spaces right now is it's still a little bit slow. See, this is opening up even a view for me to see like what was built out. This was just like a little boring example app just showing people stuff, but like it opens up like this preview of what happens. And if I were to change if I were to change, let me keep this on this side so y'all can see a word. Let's say I just deleted that. You can see it as soon as I press save, it automatically updates and I can get to view it right there. My app is automatically running because it already got set up to run. So as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit more. It says once it's created, it's going to go ahead and do npm install for me and then npm run build. So it automatically runs and starts up my Next.js app and does npm run dev as well. And it's looking for like the index page, like that's like the cool stuff. And you can specify what port you want it to run on. So you want it to run on localhost 3000. And then if I wanted to share this with folks, right? So that's like another cool thing. They give you like port forwarding, that like if I had someone on my team, I can make, so the localhost 3000 gets forwarded over to this Black Girl Bytes automatic doodle da 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 da. Like this is just like randomly generated words. And like I can open it up in my browser and it should be here. Yeah, it's right here. And then I can make this public, right? Like the visibility right now is private, but I can make it public and then share it with like a friend or something or a coworker and be like, hey, I'm working on this code. Um, I'm having this issue, and it makes it a little bit easier for them to help you out pretty quickly because now they can see your code, which you're sharing within the code space, and they can see like the actual like what's being rendered for you. Yeah, that's like code spaces in a nutshell. I hope that helped. You can do a couple other stuff that I still don't know how to do in it, but like that's the main gist. And you can see right here, right? Like I said, like your theme and stuff like that can get transferred over if you're like signed in and you do setting sync. Like all of these colors, I like the pink panda theme with like the pink, the purple and the yellow right here. All right there. Yeah. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was making my talk. Uh, what do I want to do? So let me just do create design, and then I'll do like presentation and look at all of them. Yeah, no problem, Jen. And of course, you can still Google, but I'm like, maybe that will make it easier. What vibe for containers? This looks more game-like. What vibe do I even want? I kind of like this, but I don't like when I don't have enough. Ooh. Yo, I might like this and just change the colors and make some of the boxes bigger. And I don't really want the girl. Oh, I probably have too many stuff open. I don't want the girl talking on a podcast thing because that's not really relevant. So, what color scheme will I do? I don't like the brown or whatever that color is. Kind of ugly. Do what do I think of when I think of quote spaces? I spend like probably too much time thinking about like the design of the slides rather than like what actually goes on in here. Rather than the content. Let me see. No, that's ugly. I want like brighter colors. These like current colors look so dry. I'm gonna change all the slides to be purple, and then I'll think of like what's my other part of my color scheme. Oh, this is just the background? Because how did it get this color? Is it in effects? Yeah. Why do I want to do all purple? That's ugly. Low key, I'm about to do it though. Maybe a lighter purple. Or a darker purple? Yeah, darker purple. And I'm just going to make everything be... Yeah, I'm going to do light purple, like the bright purple in the background, the dark purple there, and I'll leave these yellow folders. What will I do with this? I might end up changing everything, but no. Ew. Now it's given eggplant. You know what? Color generator. Color scheme generator. And we're just going to use that one. Whatever pops up. Y'all always want cookies. Like, come on now. Nope. This one's not that bad, even though it was pretty similar to what we had before. Let's see. I'm going to copy this, and let's see if we make it be the background instead. Okay, and then copy. Let's see. And then I'm essentially doing what I said I didn't want to do, but that's all right. What do I want the top color to be? This color? I'm still not feeling it, but that's okay. We can always change it. Let's focus. Why are people developing in containers? Actually, just do that. And then we can do how Codespaces takes containerization to the next level. Okay. And the beauty of it is I already wrote this color scheme so bad. It's bothering me. But I already wrote a blog post on a couple of these things. So what I'm going to do is just grab some of the thoughts I had from there and put it into this. I get so focused on this. Ooh, I like that blue. All right. So let's put this back to black and we'll keep it here for now. Okay. Yeah. So we're talking about how Codespaces takes containerization to the next level. We'll figure out the color scheme later, and maybe is there anything with containers in it? Yeah. So how I'm going to approach this, I think, is first talking about what are containers, and how do they work. Then I'll talk about what Codespaces is. Then I'll talk about the different features, like why Codespaces matters, the different features within it. Let me write it down. Let me write this down in the notes section. Oop. How do I pull it up? Okay. So first, what are containers? And what are Codespaces and what do they have to do with containers? Then cool features within Codespaces. And let me double check how long this talk is supposed to be. And I need to have an interactive piece in the beginning. Interactive or relatable piece in the beginning. In Codespaces. Cool. Let me double check. If it's only supposed to be 20 minutes, it doesn't have to be super long. Okay. DevOps Conf 42. Do not judge that I have 15,000 different emails. Pre-recorded. Everything can be set under 15 inches. Oh, there's no hard time limit for the talk duration. Guidelines are 15 minutes for a lightning talk, 30 for a regular talk, and up to 50 for an in-depth session with demos. What did I sign up for? Did I sign up for in-depth? I don't even know. I hope I didn't sign up for a 50-minute. That's like way too long. Let's see. maybe this, or my submissions, yeah. And that's not the right one. Accepted. Audience. Okay, I picked the 30-minute. Nice one, Rizal. Okay, so it might have to be a little bit long, but that's okay. The cool features I can talk about are, we can talk about port forwarding. We can talk about setting up your dev container. We can talk about setting syncing. We can talk about templates. Maybe templates would even go first. And then I can talk about using it to teaching a workshop. That should be like good. And I don't know how I'll conclude, but cool. So, what do I want to start with about why people are developing in containers? I think I'll put like, yeah, maybe something like this. No, that's ugly, but whatever. So we can first start with, I don't like starting with a presentation outline first. I like starting with a question. And let me look at some of my old blog posts. Dev.2. I wonder if the chat is interactive at all. Maybe I'll even start off with this. I'm trying to think of what would be exciting when you start talking about that. Maybe I'll make fun of myself of not knowing what containers were at first. Okay. Yeah. And let me see the titles of some other talks. Sometimes I like look through what they are talking about just to give myself a little bit more excitement or interest. And I've been streaming for a while, so I'll probably only like build like part of the deck and then stop because it's 4:09. I don't want to work that long. AI driven CI/CD. Y'all seem serious. This is like a long description. I'll start off with it works on my machine. It works on my machine. We can talk about like, that's like the age-old maybe I can make it funny. Said every engineer ever. Every engineer ever. Make you a little bit smaller. The only thing I don't like about this template is like I can only write in this little small thing. Delete all this crap. And I'll add my own icons because this is so small and such big words. I'll leave it like that for now. All right, so we'll start with like it works on my machine. I said every engineer ever. Then comes the solution of, and then I'll say enter containers. I'll use the same one until I design it better. Enter containers. And talk about what containers solve. So the working in various or issues that maybe I should list like some of the issues that engineers may have when they say it works on my machine if they're not used to that. So I can say issues engineers face, something like that. And one of the issues are different environments. Yeah. Different environments. So like from staging, local or dev, production. Then my next thing could be, luckily I have these blog posts so I can just steal from it. Slightly different configurations. Okay. Let's say inconsistent. That sounds like I'm smart. Inconsistent environments. Okay. Is that the only reason I gave? Oh, I should say long onboarding process. I'll take this part out. It looks ugly. Long onboarding processes. And then after that, I want to say if you get a new laptop, you have to like set stuff up all over again. Let me see. I just want to double check if my gut is right. Why do engineers always say it works on my machine? I want to see if there's more things beyond like the ones that I list. Solution started. Oh, maybe it works on my machine, said every engineer. What's different? I'm just going to say inconsistent environments. Inconsistent environments. And then I'm going to say I'll start talking about Solomon Hikes. Sorry if this is boring, y'all. Solomon Hikes and his co-founders. Okay. Then I can say enter containers. And I can talk about Docker. Yeah. Docker. Yeah. But they popularized them. And I'm stuck on my site, randomly breaking and figuring out the error code. Very concentrated. Okay. I see you, Jen. It's really crazy how you like learn to code from like hopping on streams with other people. Like that's so like your website looked great. Yeah, it's crazy. Still hearing. All right, so I just want to make sure I have like a good flow of what I'm going to say. So I'm going to be like, hey everyone, today we're going to talk about why people are developing in containers and how code spaces takes containerization to the next level. Have you ever heard, or every engineer ever, can you relate with this, whatever, says it works on my machine. But why does it work on your machine and it's failing on other machines? Because of inconsistent environments. And we can say like what happens within inconsistent environments. Um, yeah, I guess I don't need a slide on that. Still working in. Yeah, I can talk about like it does happen. Like people like, oh, it shouldn't, but like it does. So then enter containers. Then we start talking about Docker. I might have a image of Docker. Bam, and delete. Thank you. I'm great at figuring out the puzzle, but not creating it. If someone asks me to define a const or something, I don't know, but figure out how to build an API and what pieces need to make it move, probably. I don't know fundamentals. Well, no, but like, that's cool. Like, I think I'm pretty good with APIs, but I think sometimes Derek still kind of struggles when from talking with him. And I think because he doesn't have to use them in his day to day at like an e-commerce job, but like that's like you're at another level to be able to do that. I think I'm nervous of how I'm going to describe containers. Let me see if I have a better way of describing containers in a way that sounds smart. I might quote Docker because I'm talking about it. And then I'll be like, what did that all mean? Yes. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Let's say didn't. Let's put this here. Didn't. What is it? Why am I doing this? Didn't invent Docker, but popularized them. So containers. Cool. And then we'll put a quote. Say Docker. This is the official definition. And then so enter containers. What are they? And then I'll say like what did that mean in layman's terms? Containers. I'm gonna say my definition. And I'll copy and paste what I wrote, and then I'll put it to less words so that it's not overwhelming. Persistent environment. Ooh, I can make this be bullet points. And maybe I'll take out the my definition. Ooh, oops. And let me put this right here. And maybe make this a little bit smaller. There we go. So let's see, what words do I need to take out? Dev mirrors width. Okay, so maybe my definition. I was kind of make this look a little old school, and then you know what? I have a slide that looks old school. Like I might use that one instead. It might really fit. In general or at GitHub specifically? Oh shoot, I don't remember the question. I mean, or what I was talking about. In general? I don't remember. Sorry, Jen. Oh, okay. Let me see. Yeah, I think this kind of fits the vibe that I'm going for. So I'm gonna just use this one and move over here. Move all the words over there. Make a copy. Why didn't you copy? It's probably tired of me. It's like, girl, leave me alone. I'm gonna just paste it to here then. Add page. There we go. And I'm gonna call this Why Are People Developing? Ooh, it looks ugly. Maybe not retro pics because it's like a lot of letters. Typewriter. Yeah, something like this. I think I like the space mono. Inside containers. Make this a little smaller. How Codebases takes containerization to the next level. And it looks so fat. I wonder if I could like stretch it out, or I might have to make the words just a little bit smaller. Okay, cool. Next, I want to move, damn, this part over. Make this gray. Ooh, ooh. What gray is this? Copy. Whatever. I'm gonna move this over here. And or did I have anything here that really pops out? No, this doesn't work with it. This one. Let's do this. It works on my machine. Every engineer ever. And then confused. Bam, you go here. Then what was the next thing I had? Like we can take up inconsistent environments. 428, once it's 5, I'm clocking out. I kind of want, oh, they don't have like sometimes you can add a square like shading so that he pops out, but must have forgotten. Okay, so basically that, it works on my machine. Then I need something where it says enter containers. Maybe this one is fine. And I'll just switch it to actually have this similar theme. But for now, let's do that. Enter. Enter containers. Hope you get a job, Jen, because you deserve to get one. You will be great at a company. And the font's not the same, so I'm going to change this to be one of the, yeah, more typewritery. All right, so we have that, we have enter containers, and then we start talking about that dude. So we talk about Docker. And I'll just use this same type of slide. And then I'll say, no, I don't want it here. Okay, Docker. We'll put in the Docker logo, Docker, or what is a container? What is a container? And I really hate that they don't have the option for it to like pop out anymore. Like, am I crazy? All right, but whatever. So we do this, we do that. This background probably has to be white for this. White, and then we'll keep fixing it. maybe make this blue, whatever. And then this could be blue. I don't know. Let me just focus. Then we have what is a container. Then we have me explaining my definition of what a container is. This is right now a jumbled mess, but it'll come together. I swear. So we'll do that. We'll change it to actually look better. I want to put a black girl. Or maybe the word solution. No. You're cute. You might go in. Okay, cool. So we'll change this color scheme up, but then we come up with my definition. And then after that, did I add anything else? I don't think so. But so then we'll start talking about the relation. Is there anything else I can show of like containers? Like if there's a diagram. Thanks, just gotta find one to hire me. I know. I get you, girl. Have you found that they do more technical in-person interviews? I mean, not in person, but like over video rather than giving you some take-home ones? I love the take-home ones better. Okay. Like some of these images look yeah. I think something like this will help. I want something that I can use as the example. Okay. I might use this. All of these are so good though. I don't really want the ones where they describe a virtual machine because then I gotta start thinking about that part. I'm like, I want to focus on just like Docker containers. Maybe if I look up what is a container, then they'll have some articles. And I'll give credit to the person. This is exactly what I was saying. $436 and my laptop's dying. I think the fact that you're doing conferences is gonna help you get hired. I think so. Okay. Maybe I do more benefits. More benefits of containers. Because I want to make sure I can take up this 30 minutes worth of time. So separation. I'm already getting sleepy, but I definitely just got to push through. And then after that, I will wrap up and I'll probably do some more of this another day. Okay, whatever. I've had 50-50 on the interview styles. Gotcha. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, my cat came over to hang out with me. Hey, Shadow. Come over here. Okay, you won't. Whatever. And I'm hoping the conferences will help. I've emceed API Days, Next Nation, and Next Few Nation. Yeah, I think they're gonna help because people will see your face more. It's like more proof, like how I saw how you put it in your portfolio. Yeah, I think you will be way faster than me. It took me years to become a developer advocate. Like I think sometimes people make it sound like it was like mad easy to become one, and I'm like I think like it's okay to be honest that it can take a long time. But I think you'll like a lot of times when people tell me they got a job, it's because they like bumped into people at a conference and they're like, you did an amazing job. And I think that's like how you got your contract role before, right? I'm down for any job at this point. I don't think I'd get hired as an engineer though. I got the people skills. I think you'll be like a good community manager. Have those jobs been hard to interview for too? Now I'm like curious. Or have they like not had a lot of listings? Um, because I'm like community management, you still get to interact with all the developers who are using the product. It's within DevRel. Yeah, because I've been told I don't own one and haven't owned one. Then not. Really interesting. I wonder if do you think the Black Discord community counts as you like owning one and is as experience? Hmm. I'm just like, it is so difficult to get a job right now. I would be scared if I lost my job. I would be like, oh shoot, no. Not like it's impossible. It's obviously possible. I'm just like, what's the solution? Enter containers. I don't know, but all the interviews make good practice. I'll land something. I know I'm an odd duck. You're right. They are good practice. That's the good thing. Let me not stress over it. You're right. That's like a good perspective to have. And yeah, I'd be looking at them as practice too, because it's like the one that wants you is definitely gonna come, and by the end of it you'll be like, I'm a pro at interviewing. Oh no. Let me make this yellow. And make the words black. These slides are due on Sunday. So actually the whole talk is due on Sunday. So I'm gonna have to finish this before Monday. All right. Um Make this girl smaller. Oh, I can't forget my introduction. I think I want to keep talking about like what the benefits of containers are, and then say CodeSpaces takes containers to another level. Let's talk about how. And before I talk about how, I'll introduce myself. I do that so it can be more interesting for people because I want to hook them in first. Like I feel like talking about myself, people are like, who cares? So, let me see. Where is the part I introduced myself in here? I can copy and paste that. Cool. And then the level up in public. Oh. So let's look at some of the benefits that Google listed, which were separation of responsibility, workload portability, and application isolation. And I'll just take away these and I'll think about like what I add in them later. All right, moving forward. And then I'm going to say benefits of containers, and then what should I use for code spaces takes it to the next level? Probably something simple, like this one. Code spaces takes containerization to the next level. Make it smaller. Ugh. I'm definitely going to be working on the weekend just to finish this, because one, this is ugly, or like not where I want it to be, not formatted, uniformed. Okay, take this out. Oop. Okay, then I introduce myself. I'm like, before we find out how, here's who I am, bam, bam. And then we go back into code spaces and what it is. So, code spaces, GitHub code spaces. All right. It allows you to code spaces. Do we have any images for that? Oh, y'all don't know what that is yet. That's all right. So I'll put an image there. GitHub Code Spaces allows you to code in a container, host it in the cloud, and then we can talk about the cloud part. Okay, and I can make this look more image-like. Duplicate. The cloud. Is an environment. Da-da-da. Maybe there's pictures of clouds. Oh, dang. Not that big. Chill. Good. Ooh, this one's so cute. Cool. Something like that. So we talk about what the cloud is. It's an environment that doesn't reside on your computer, but rather on the internet. And why does that matter, right? It enables you to have faster onboarding, consistent environments, and the ability to code from anywhere. Okay. And we can use this 3-1 again. Benefits of GitHub code spaces. I'll center it later. Have y'all ever watched a show called White Lotus? I started watching it. At first, I was like, this is a really weird show. I don't think I'll keep watching it. And then next thing I know, I finished the whole season. It's a little weird, but it's a little bit like a comedy / mystery. And I was into it. Okay. So that's where I'll talk about, like, it enables you to code from anywhere, even like your iPad, da 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 da. Okay. Then I don't want to talk about the 3 files yet. Oh, maybe I talk about what it's not. What was it called? Oh, hey, where's code? It's called White Lotus. Yeah, it is. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it's on Hulu, and it's basically like these rich people go to this hotel, this resort chain called White Lotus, and some drama is always going down. And it's like, oh no, it's not on Hulu, it's on HBO Max, and it's kind of a social commentary on class, like rich people versus like more poor people and stuff like that. And at first I didn't realize it was. I was like, this show's mad weird. But when they do like the explanations at the end of the episode, I was like, oh, that's what y'all going for. Yeah, what's up? Where's Code? Did you start streaming yet? Because I know you said you were looking into streaming. Yep. Have you enjoyed it? I'm still getting used to streaming. I feel awkward doing it. Cause I hope Code Spaces is not web editor. And then got my stuff as clean as yours. Gotta get my stuff as clean. Really? You feel that way? I did not feel like mine is clean. But thank you. Dude. I gotta tune into one of yours. What have you been streaming about? I don't wanna make people feel GitHub web editor. I'm not sure which one to show because this feels. Okay, I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put it in. Let me see what y'all said in the chat. I don't know yet. I'm playing Star Wars. Cool. Oh my gosh, you stream Apex? You're naturally a streamer. Nice. I keep hearing about it from everyone, and I didn't know what it was. When are you streaming that next? Cool. I don't know what Apex is, but it sounds exciting. Yeah. This drop shadow is good. All right. GitHub web editor. Oh, 4 minutes till 5 o'clock. I'm gonna stop the stream then. I'm gonna clock out. Okay. You know, I should probably subscribe to you. I'm assuming that your name on here is Where Is Code. Maybe I already subscribed. Follow. Oh no, that's the GitHub one. Unfollow. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm logged in as myself to follow you. not me signing. I mean, you could get a follow from GitHub, but I don't know if they'll like that. Let's see. To follow. There we go. Cool. Follow as well. Yay, more streamers. I know, so fun. How did I wish I'm like trying to get the time to watch people because I love how people like support me, and I'm like, oh, I want to support this person, and then like I got so much going on, but I see other developer advocates always supporting people. I'm like, I want to get to that level. So it's not the web editor, and then it just doesn't feel exciting yet. I'm like, I need to get something that's gonna get the software engineers going. But I only have 3 minutes left, so I can think about that. Coding and gaming, that's it. I'm working on boring stuff that I don't need to be creative. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, even when I'm working on boring stuff, I'm like, I have a hard time focusing. But I guess I could like improve my multitasking skills. Okay. Benefits of code spaces, and yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this next. I don't know. I want to start talking about the cool things you can do. Oh, I can start by talking about templates. Or I can say, whose code spaces? Like, I don't want it to be like a sales like thing. Ooh, yeah. I can say, now who does code spaces benefit? And then we can start talking about the beginner. And GitHub Codespaces has this thing called templates, and that's probably like who would help. Like templates would help. I took my staff flag off, and GitHub looks weird, different. GitHub Codespaces. Here we go. Templates. So I can talk about that. Ooh, yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna put some stuff for me to remember on the page before I leave. Who does code spaces benefit? And then we can start with the beginner. And then we can talk about templates. And we can talk about, over the weekend, I'm going to try to figure out how to use Jupyter Notebook. So the 2 templates I'll probably show are Next.js, because that one's a good one. And then I'll show Jupyter Notebook. Right, the beginner to a specific programming language. We're all beginners to certain programming languages. This is ugly, but this is just like placeholders. Oh, it's 5. I'm just gonna do like a couple more stuff before my brain forgets. So that, I'll make it smaller. And then what else do I want to say? The peer programmer is the next type of person with port forwarding. The peer programmer, port forwarding. Then I can talk about the what am I trying to say? Who's the person, the new employee? So for faster onboarding. The new employee. And we can talk about setting up like the dev container.json and maybe pre-builds. We'll see. And then next thing is we'll talk about the teacher, the instructor. The instructor and setting up a coding workshop. And then that's it. I think that should take me 30 minutes to talk about. And then, like, I don't know, I'll find some kind of conclusion to recap everything. Recap, and then call to action. Bam, it'll be done. Is this the slides website ready for Cube Huddle? Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for Cube Huddle. The slides website, I don't know. This is something called Canva. But I don't know what you mean by your question, to be honest. But y'all, thanks for watching me for 2 hours straight. I think this is the longest I've ever streamed. So I appreciate it. Yeah, bye. Alrighty.